In the world of AI, you get these small steps, and then you get these massive, fundamental shifts. Today, we're talking about one of those big shifts, Agentic AI. This isn't just about building smarter tools that just talk back to us. No, this is about creating digital partners that can actually work for us. Let's dive into what that really means.
We've all gotten pretty used to chatbots, right? You ask a question, they spit out an answer. Super useful, for sure, but the dynamic is always the same. They're reactive. They just kind of sit there waiting for our next command. But what if they didn't have to? And that's really the core idea here. What if an AI could take a piece of information and then do something with it? Without you needing to guide every single step. What if it could truly finally act on your behalf? Well, that's exactly what Agentic AI is. It's this new breed of system designed not just to give you answers, but to take the initiative and actually act. This is the big switch from a tell me about this kind of model to a hey, just do this for me model. And Agentic AI is all about its ability to take a goal that you set, and then work on its own to make it happen. It's proactive, not just sitting around waiting for you. So, how does an AI actually become an agent? What's going on under the hood that gives it this kind of autonomy? Turns out, it's a really fascinating mix of technology, both new and old. Okay, the difference here is simple, but it is profound. Traditional AI, it's reactive. You give it a command, it gives you a result. Think of a chatbot or your Netflix recommendations. But Agentic AI is proactive. You give it a goal like plan my trip to Tokyo, and it starts doing things. It's booking flights, finding hotels, maybe even building an itinerary all on its own. So how do you actually build one of these agents? Well, it all starts with a model, usually a big, large language model. And that acts as the brain for reasoning. But a brain isn't much use without experience, right? So you add memory, which lets it learn and remember what's going on. And finally, you give it tools. These are the hands, which are just connections to other systems that let it actually interact with the world to, say, book that flight or execute some code. So once you have a brain, memory, and hands, an agent can go from just thinking about a problem to actually doing something about it. And the way it learns is through this really powerful continuous cycle. The engine that really drives an AI agent is this constant feedback loop. It thinks, it acts, and then it looks at the outcome. Did that work? Why not? And it uses that feedback to make its next decision even smarter. It's a really simple but powerful cycle of trial, error, and constant improvement. And believe it or not, it gets even more sophisticated. You can have whole systems of multiple agents all working together. For instance, you could have one agent act as the planner, setting the overall strategy. Then you've got other agents acting as critical thinkers, constantly checking the plan, pointing out flaws, and suggesting better ways to do things. It's like having a built-in autonomous team. Okay, this isn't science fiction. This is happening right now, today. So let's take a look at the real-world impact and just how fast this whole thing is taking off. Just think about this number for a second, 17x. In 2024 alone, mentions of Agentic AI in the corporate filings from big tech companies shot up 17 times. That one number tells you everything you need to know. This is not some niche little concept anymore. This is a core strategic priority for the biggest tech firms on the planet. The applications are already transforming whole industries. Take finance, for example. Agents aren't just suggesting stocks. They're autonomously managing entire investment portfolios. There also are new fraud detectives, sifting through absolute mountains of data to spot suspicious activity that a human would almost certainly miss. And in healthcare, agents are helping create personalized treatment plans and optimize how hospitals use their resources. But maybe the most impressive thing, they're taking on the administrative nightmare. Some agents can now generate medical notes with higher accuracy than human scribes, which frees up doctors to do what actually matters. Care for patients. Across pretty much all businesses, the potential is just enormous. Imagine agents not just automating one little task, but entire complex workflows. Or think about autonomous cybersecurity agents, standing guard 24/7, detecting and neutralizing threats in milliseconds. That lets the human IT teams focus on building the future instead of constantly putting out fires. But of course, with this much power and this much autonomy, there are some pretty significant risks. This isn't a magic wand, and the need for human oversight is, frankly, more critical than ever. Erkin Adalov, the CEO of Behavivox, he really puts his finger on the central problem here: liability. When an autonomous agent makes a mistake, who's responsible? For industries like banking, where one tiny error can be absolutely catastrophic, this is the billion-dollar question. And the data on this is startling. Get this, 80% of organizations have already seen their AI agents take unintended actions. And that's exactly why 96% see it as a major security concern. It just hammers home the need for a human above the loop, someone to monitor and guide these agents. And that's just the internal risk. Externally, this same power could be used to mass-produce deepfakes or automate fraud on a truly terrifying scale. But even with all these challenges, the trajectory is crystal clear. Agentic AI is on its way to becoming a transformative digital partner in all of our professional lives. NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang really captured the incredible momentum here. He describes it as a flywheel. AI helps us build better AI systems, which in turn helps us create even better AI. And right now, that cycle is spinning faster than ever before, just accelerating innovation at a dizzying pace. So what does all this mean for us, for you and me? It means the very nature of our work is changing. Tasks that were once done by people might very soon be handled by agents. And this points to a really radical shift in management itself, away from managing teams of people and toward managing teams of highly efficient AI agents. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. This isn't some far-off science fiction. This could be the next line on your resume. The skills we need are shifting toward goal setting, oversight, and strategy for a digital workforce. The question isn't if this is coming anymore, it's how we all get ready for it. So, are you ready?